Welcome back. I hope you feel like an expert on the to be verb and are ready to look at present simple verbs. Well, let's get started. So, back here in my Teacher is a Robot article, we looked at the to be verbs. But remember, every sentence has a verb. And our to be verb only made up 5 of those verbs. So, we need to look at the other verbs that we used in this article. And I think when we're writing, it's a good idea to check every verb to make sure it is correct. And I'm going to do that by underlining all my verbs. So let's get started. In my first sentence, Tiro talks. Talks is my verb. I'm going to underline it. Then in my next sentence, other robots also help. Help is my verb. Underline it. Next sentence, the robot reads. There we go. And continue, continue, continue. Ah, look at that. They're all there already. I just kind of went for it. So, looking at these verbs in my article, I want to ask you, what tense did the author use? This should be pretty easy. Already gave you the answer. That's right, it's present simple. But why? Why did the writer use present simple verbs? And to answer that, we need to look at the use and meaning of present simple. We know this, right? Present simple tense is used to give information or talk about facts, truths, habits, routines, actions, or events that are always or usually happening, and to give opinions. We use present simple to describe facts and opinions and truths and habits and routines, to talk about events that happen actually outside of time, not now, not then, not in the future, all the time. It's always true. And there's some examples for you. I think that we're pretty clear on present simple. If not, we have lots of great extra materials to help you learn about the use and meaning of present simple. But we're going to keep going and look at how we used that in this article. So why did we use present simple in our article about my teacher is a robot? That's because we're describing, giving facts and opinions about these teacher robots. These are things that are happening all the time. They're always true. So that's why we've used present simple tense to describe our robots. The next thing we want to look at, though, we're not done, is the form of our verb. And to do that, I need to look at the subject of my sentence. Every sentence has a verb. Every sentence almost has a subject. So again, I'm going to get my colored pen and I'm going to change it like green. And I'm going to put a box around my subjects. So my first verb here was talks. Who is doing this action? That would be Tiro. Tiro talks. My next verb was is. Remember, my subject and my object is tells me they're equal. So what is on this side of my subject? He. He is a robot. My next verb was help. Who? Other robots. And continue, continue, continue. There we go. So, do you guys see the pattern between my subject and my verb and the form of my verb? I hope so, because you should know this already, right? That's right. Present simple form, we're looking at our subject and if it is singular or plural. If it is a singular subject, he, she, it, then we know we need to add an S to our verb. If it is a plural subject, more than one, you, we, they, then we use the verb in its base form. It's infinitive form. I is a little special. We pretend that I is plural. I like to think of it because in my brain, I am many things, right? There's a lot of stuff going on up here, and it's pretty important to me. So we treat I like it is plural, and so it also has that base form of the verb. To make it negative, we need to add an auxiliary or helping verb. And so for present simple, that's going to be our verb do. And again, it follows the same rule. For I and plural, no S. It's the base infinitive form of do. And for he, she, it, those singular subjects, I'm going to add an S onto my do to make it does. And again, to make it a question, quick review. They study at SQU. That's my statement. Do they study at SQU? I'm going to flip and put my helping verb at the front of my question, then my subject, then my main verb, right? And my answer would be yes, they do. Same thing with our singular subject. We have does she study at Nizwat University? And my negative, no, she doesn't, right? Easy, yeah? So let's look and make sure our example essay followed that rule. And yes, it did. Tiro is singular, so I have an S on talks. Other robots, that's plural, so I have my infinitive form help. Look at my next one, the robot, that's singular, so I have S on reads. So you can see this pattern over and over again in our article. Easy, right? I know, so easy. It's so easy, it's your turn to show me that you know this and I need to stop talking. So down below, you're going to see this text about the Roomba. If you remember our little cat with the cat on the Roomba, super cute. And you're going to choose a word from the word bank to complete each sentence. You will use each word one time, but you need to be sure that it is in the correct form, S or no S. All right? So go and do that and come back and we will continue with our present simple review. See you soon.